Turn on the mic. It's time for us to hop on our presentation bike and give you exciting stuff that you like, because we don't mind having to add an extra spike just to leave you with a positive psych on this station that never goes on strike. We are Femi and the Gang on Nigeria, and for welcome to the Game On show. On the broadcast for tonight, we look back at what we saw over the weekend in the Premier League. Liverpool dropped points, but Arsenal did not take advantage of that. Southampton have become the first side to get relegated so early in the Premier League. And I'm asking myself at this stage, are the standards getting so high that championship teams are struggling to keep up? We do have live action as to Premier League drama, of course, involving Leicester and Newcastle for tonight as well. Updates will be coming your way on the show. And then we can speak about the Nigeria Premier Football League, where there was some big game. Remo Stars Rivers United top two, and the gap has now been cut to 5 points between the first and second best team in the number one league in our country. We saw something big in Formula One, the Japanese Grand Prix, that will come to the fore as well. And we do have money for you courtesy of One Play. Star 347, star 880, star 3 hash. That's the One Play code you can use to play. Star 347, star 880, star 3 hash. Or you can use the website www.oneplay.ng. Is going to cost you only 500 naira for each entry of yours, and that could be enough to make you one of the lucky persons to get 40,000 naira each on the show this evening. Without any further ado, let's do house start. Do and say hi to the guys in the studio. My name is Chuma, in the company of Adeze Michael and the one and only Overdose. How you doing, guys? And welcome back from an exciting weekend that we had.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, wonderful evening, of course, and it was topped up with the hangouts, talking about the Faji All-Star Train at Bagada. I've met so many people, lovely guys, and I want to use this avenue to say, I enjoyed the Manchester Derby hangout right there at Shuffles by Cocoon. Thank you guys for coming out, and of course for showing us love. We love you, and of course we'll never stop doing what we know how to do, because we know that you love what we do. So great to be here, and let's get a Monday edition of Game On up and rolling. Thank you.
Indeed, bro. Nice to see you here too, and I know that I had to hail you multiple times yesterday, because you were, when somebody's informed.
My brother, I tried my best.
You were informed.
I tried my best.
But you were not informed that you were informed.
No, I wasn't informed. But again, it's what I love to do. So it's a team effort, and of course, everyone from you, Adeze, Muiwa, Tony, we all had parts to play. So it was really, really great, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Yeah.
Okay, So now we can look back at what we saw in that experience, the All-Star Train and otherwise. The Manchester Derby may not have given us a goal, but we saw goals aplenty in the league, seen by many as the most exciting in the world. Shout out to Alex Iwobi. I'm sure he's still excited as to what he did for his team against Liverpool. That will touch on in the coming minutes. But hey, look at these first off. Results. Everton won, Arsenal won. It was the same Everton side who could not get anything against Liverpool when Arsenal were praying that was going to happen. That was last week. They came and spoiled the party for the Gunners. Crystal Palace 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Ipswich 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, West Ham United 2, AFC Bournemouth 2, and Aston Villa beat Nottingham Forest by 2-1 to get themselves back into the conversation for a team that could dream of still sneaking into that top 4, top 5 and qualifying for the UEFA Champions League through this route next season. Unai Emery is doing an incredible job with that Aston Villa side. But on Sunday we saw even more. That one had to do with Liverpool pushing to take advantage of Arsenal's slip and extend their lead on top of the table to 14 points. Did they do that? Come, no worry. Brentford 0, Chelsea 0. That one offered us no goal. Same with Manchester United, Man City. Then Fulham did the unthinkable, because it's only Nottingham Forest that have beaten Liverpool this season. Now you can scratch that and say it's only Nottingham Forest that had beaten Liverpool, because Fulham have joined them to getting goals from Sessegnon, Alex Iwobi and Muniz. They were leading by 3-1 at the point, and even when Luis Diaz got something for Liverpool, it wasn't enough. The Reds fell to a 3-2 defeat in the hands of the London team Fulham, who you could say were helping a fellow London team if that London team had taken advantage of it 24 hours before by winning against a Merseyside team. Crazy stuff for twist around that, wasn't it? I think the most significant result, despite this talk of teams that want to win the title and the ones that want to qualify for Europe, the most significant result was Tottenham Hotspur against Southampton. Spurs got Brennan Johnson scoring twice for them, and there was also netting from the penalty spot in the 6 minutes of added time to ensure that Spurs won by 3-1 against Southampton. And that ensured that Southampton became the first team to get relegated from the Premier League this season. That's the 2024-2025 campaign. How do you play 31 matches and you get only 10 points? Only 2 wins from 31 games. That's how embarrassing Southampton's season has been. 4 draws and 25 defeats. A goal difference of -51. Shocking, or isn't it? Now, this is the POV we're going to come from on the show and get your thoughts too, because it's pertinent we have discussions like this at times like this. So I joked about this on the weekend broadcast of Football Frenzy when I said something about, I mean, God bless you, so my late dad, and some stuff that used to happen when we're growing up as to discipline and the fact that you just had to keep to time. A certain time you cannot be out of the house. You know, go back to where you came from, that famous line. Now, Ipswich, Leicester City, and Southampton are the bottom 3 teams on the Premier League table. Ironically, all these 3 teams were the sides that gained promotion from the Championship last season to get to the summit of league football in England. A question to my colleagues in the studio and also you out there too, as we juxtapose with other leagues in Europe, is the competition level in the Premier League becoming so high that the smaller teams are struggling to catch up with? Is this a one-off, or does this look like it's going to be a trend that the teams that come from the Championship will struggle to survive in the Premier League? Is it a one-off, or does it look like it's just a reality of how competitive the league is these days compared to the lower divisions? And how troubling is that? Because honestly, the reason why there's relegation and promotion is so that teams can have a chance to keep going higher in life. The NBA in basketball, we're just done with the courtside show a few minutes ago, does not have promotion, does not have relegation. It's the same teams that play themselves every other season. But people say the benefits of relegation and promotion is a chance to reshuffle things, add extra competition around teams that don't want to go down and all that. But if you have relegation and promotion, and all 3 teams that gained promotion from the Championship last season into this campaign are going to be relegated again, that's the reality of where we are right now, then does that not defeat the aim of it? So let's start first of all by asking ourselves, is the competition level in the Premier League so high now that the Championship teams are struggling to keep up, or is this a one-off overdose?
Well, I would start by saying I think it's a one-off, really, because I have evidence to show that, you know, newly promoted teams actually stand the test of time in the Premier League. I remember Brighton and Hove Albion, they gained promotion, and ever since they've been here, they even finished as high as 6th, and that was in the 2022-23 season. Let's not even forget Newcastle United under Eddie Howe. I mean, not before Eddie Howe, of course, there was a manager, I can't remember his name now. Eddie Howe seems to have taken over for so long a time. But, you know, Newcastle
like
United.
2020, 2021.
Yeah, 2020, 2021, they came on board, and ever since, you know, Eddie Howe has steadied them. They played Champions League football last season. They're still in the Premier League, you know, despite coming from the Championship. Well, I could say Aston Villa. That's another team that successfully stayed in the league after promotion. They even qualified for the 2024-25 Champions League, where, of course, they are still in the Champions League. They'll be playing PSG in the quarterfinals by Wednesday. Then Everton Football Club, although they are currently struggling, they have a long history in the Premier League and they've stayed in the league for most of their existence. But then again, I mean, you look at some other mentions like you know, Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, of course, came last season. I don't think they are looking to be relegated.
Now them be these ones where they I don't want to use word I want to use for radio right now, but they're one of those whose IP switch.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you,
alongside Leicester,
but they could still survive though. It depends.
No even reason. No, don't give yourself false hope, bro.
My brother, so are you serious?
Wolves who are 17th have 32 points. Ipswich, who are 18th, have 20 points. So Wolves are 12 points ahead of Ipswich, and there's just 21 more points to battle for this season.
Okay, so That's dicey. Wolverhampton Wanderers also aside,
Yeah,
who came from, of course, the Championship. Now they've been able to stay, even with Gary O'Neill, being sacked. They're still there. So I think it's just a one-off. I think the competition this season, yes, it was high, but I don't think it's going to be a trend because you look at teams who gain promotion still hold their own in the Premier League, and I think that is something that is really, really to be commended. Look at Nottingham Forest, my final example. Nottingham Forest came from the Championship, but Nottingham Forest will be looking to play Champions League football next season under Nuno Espirito Santo. They sacked Steve Cooper, brought in Santo, and see what he's done with the likes of Elanga, Morgan Gibbs-White, Hudson Odoi. So I think it's just a one-off. If you're determined to stay in the Premier League, you will stay in the Premier League, and that's what most of the clubs that gain promotion, are showing us. But again, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a trend.
Okay, so I'll get to Jay's thoughts in the coming minutes. We do have a commercial break to sort out shortly. We're asking you at this stage, looking at the confirmed relegation of Southampton and where Leicester, who are playing tonight against Newcastle, alongside Ipswich, are at this moment. All three teams gained promotion from the Championship to the Premier League at the start of this season. They came in afresh, and now they are going back to where they came from. Is this a trend that the quality of Premier League football is far ahead of the lower divisions now? And how good is it for football in its entirety in England, or is it just a one-off? Overdose says it's a one-off. We'll find out from Adeze as to what she makes of that. Your thoughts can also pour in via the WhatsApp portal, through Facebook and the phone lines. We're streaming live on Facebook. Shout out to Femi Taiwo. So you can drop your comments also on Facebook and see what we look like in the studio by watching the audio, by listening to the audio and watching the video live too. We'll be back after this quick break.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Are you a young athlete? Do you have dreams of competing on the world stage? Parents, do your children have what it takes to be champions? MTN Champs is back for season 3, and we're calling on young talents to start your journey to greatness with an opportunity to earn international scholarships at the MTN Schools Athletics Championship. Come and make a difference for you and your family at the regionals in Benin, Lagos, and Uyo from March 13th to May 3rd, 2025. Register now at mtnchamps.com.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347*880*3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347*880*3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Step into a realm of endless opportunities at Wellspring University. Whether you're aiming to pursue undergraduate studies, top-up programs, postgraduate degrees, we've got you covered. Our commitment lies in nurturing talent, inspiring innovation, and empowering students to unlock their boundless potential. Explore our diverse range of programs, including public administration, economics, hospitality and tourism studies, nursing, medical laboratory science, criminology and security studies, microbiology, and much more. For further inquiries and to discover the perfect program for you, visit our website at www.wellspringuniversity.edu.ng or call us at 0704-255-0535 or 0907-333-0526. Wellspring University, the future of education.
Na so I did on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say you dey use
Airtel Spam Alert Service. Them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel, they identify spammers. Then alert them customers with AI-powered service to make sure, say, you know for Mugu for Wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self, they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, so.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
It's the greatest for me. Hunger makes sure cooking fun. Happiness, we go fill your belly. Enjoy the taste and aroma daily.
Hunger for great taste and aroma.
Mister, as my guy don't win, me say don't ginger. No dollar. With the jolly just come welcome offer. Download BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 Naira instant sign-up bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
The Center for News.
Hello, Lagos. Good evening. Welcome back. You're listening to the news.
Information.
The federal government is telling Nigerians that 603 persons.
Sports and more.
What a weekend we saw.
Not many can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way.
You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you read before that monkey swallowed billions of naira. This one now, Scorpion will soon swallow billions.
Then my landlord gave me notice because I decided to go and vote my opponent.
Is it Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it upside down?
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Gentlemen, children of all ages, it's game on.
Yeah, the game is still on. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. Show that's very compact. As long as you stay intact, we're going to let you feel the impact, because we're here with all the facts and certainly set to interact. It's game on. Faji in the building right now, and so much to come on the broadcast. Newcastle's game against Leicester City has kicked off officially. I'll be sharing with you in a bit the starting XI for the two-side team that is they are battling for different things. Newcastle still dreaming of European football. Of course, they have a slot already coming their way, courtesy of victory in the cup that you love to call the Carabao Cup. But who says they wouldn't want to play in a bigger competition than just the lower ranks of European football? Leicester, on the other hand, are battling against relegation with their delegation, so they have to water their ambitions like irrigation. Hopefully have cause to celebrate with the congregation in the coming minutes in this game. So 6 minutes will come soon, but we've had almost 60 seconds of football. Leicester nil, Newcastle nil in a live Premier League fixture right now. My name is Chuma. I have Overdose and Adeze in the studio too, and we have a guest who you'll be meeting in the coming minutes. But let me just go to Adeze and continue where we stopped before that commercial break as to the quality of football in the Premier League now that has seen three teams. If it's just 2 out of the 3, it's understandable. If it were to be 1 out of the 3, okay. But all 3 teams that gained promotion from the Championship last season are on course to going back to where they came from at the end of this Premier League campaign. We're asking you, is it a one-off? Is it a coincidence? Or is it just the fact that the quality of Premier League teams is much higher now than the guys coming from the lower divisions? If that's the case, how troubling is this reality? Because as football fans, we're used to seeing relegation, promotion, and surprises. It looks like it's more predictable nowadays.
No. It's no, I don't think it's predictable. I don't think it has to do with the quality of the league. The people upstairs, the Richard Masters and the club owners somehow knew that this would happen. So last season, when all the 3 promoted teams, Burnley, Luton and Sheffield, were relegated, they had 16, 24 and 26 points respectively. We thought, okay, it's just a one-off. The last time we saw that was in 97-98 season. No need to panic. But this season, it has read its ugly head.
Yeah.
Now, over 200 games we've seen in the Premier League this season, about 23 won by this so-called newly promoted team. Well, truth is that the club owners will tell you that they care. No, when they get into that meeting, what they're thinking about is this Champions League revenue. Is the new shiny bright stadium. If you look at the trend now, everybody's looking to construct a brand new stadium. Manchester United are up on it. Everton are going to move. Tottenham Hotspur are already there making money. Chelsea are fighting with their landlords and the regional club owners. Everybody's looking to invest in new stadium, which is more revenue. Now, truth is that if you look at the teams that are gaining promotion, and you want to ask yourself, should one of the factors I'm thinking, because when I saw your topic, it made me I just had to leave everything because it's something that requires you to think.
Yeah,
I don't agree with overdose, please. It's not a one-off.
This is not the first time.
I don't agree.
It's not the first time. It won't be the last time.
It's a pattern that is becoming threatening. Now, truth is that if you look at if you say let's all three teams gain promotion for quality's sake instead of playoffs, because playoffs somehow helps teams that maybe finish 5th or 6th to sneak in through the back door. They may not particularly be the best. And then you want to ask yourself, if you take that playoffs ceremony and razzmatazz, all of the money and they will be losing money. And then if you also say, and to be honest, half of the Premier League clubs are owned by the Americans. And where they're coming from, they've always wanted their closed shop structure where there's no relegation. Everybody just stay right there. It gives them some sort of sense of financial security and certainty, makes them to relax. So gradually, I want to say that Premier League is becoming a 17-team league.
I beg to
now
differ.
Because if you look at the pattern and the disaster involving in these smaller teams, you see the new coach of Urich, who just got sacked, talked about physicality. That's his own POV. There's a lot to that. It's more than physicality. He said that why teams struggle is because of physicality. And how do you get physicality? You have to buy. There's this wild gap involving the rich and the poor, just like the system we have
That's
here.
not true.
The rich keep getting richer.
If that was true, Nottingham Forest will not be where
I'm
they are.
going somewhere.
No. You're not going anywhere. You're just going. You're just trying to counter me.
Let me finish.
She's Donovan land on Donovan.
Let me finish. The rich keeps getting richer, the bigger clubs, and they are able to afford any sort of player they want to suit their profile. You could say, okay, Pep Guardiola, I want somebody that looks like kind of Rodri, that brings in Rodri's monster physicality. Okay, they're buying it. They have the money. They have the wherewithal. Southampton may want to buy somebody like maybe perhaps another strong player, but they don't have the money.
Yeah.
So it's a pyramid. And I'm looking at the only point there is that the 3Bs, Brentford, Brighton, Bournemouth, had to do some tactical tweak to survive. Now, what did they do?
Tweak.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
It's not on the pitch. I'm coming. They have their model. They have their structure working for them. They have their conveyor belts. They have their scouting network. They have their coaching recruitment as well, which is spot on. If you look at all of the coaches that have come in through the Bournemouth, especially Brighton and Brentford, they carefully selected Frank. And then Dezabi didn't leave because it was so bad. He left because he wanted more. He wanted the club to move. So if you look at the golf, it's money. They need to pump. They know what to do. Oh, you are smart. We have our own problem here in the league.
So
that's what I should be talking about. They know what to do.
Brighton have more money than Southampton?
Of course. They need to pump.
That's not true.
They've sold a lot of players.
They're in the same WhatsApp group.
They have sold Caicedo. They have sold Trossard.
Wait, let me tell you.
Cucurella.
Those two clubs are in the same WhatsApp group along with Bournemouth.
You cannot
because at the end of the day, you look at the quality of the squad.
You cannot compare
the quality of the squad is not. The margin is not that much. When you look at Brighton and you look at Southampton. No, we are having a conversation.
Compare Brighton's revenue.
Why?
To Southampton's revenue.
Who told you that?
How many players have Southampton sold?
How many have Brighton sold?
Selling big names. Caicedo, Cucurella, Trossard.
And they're still doing well. And they're doing well.
What is that structure that I'm talking about?
It's not about structure.
Money, get the right structure.
You could even have the structure and not play well on the pitch. It's more than structure. It's who wants it more on the field of play. That's why when you say Nottingham Forest beat Man City, it's because they labor to get the results.
Why you keep talking about Forest? Why is Forest your only
Because they've broken into the top four. Yes.
Just one season.
Aston Villa, where are they?
I gave you
On the
stats
table.
that there's a
They're in the top
pattern.
half of the table. Look at Man United. Man United, who traditionally used to be a big team, and the bottom half of the table. What do you say about that?
Talking about,
is it that they don't
we're
have structure?
talking about relegation.
No.
Don't digress.
Look, that's
Don't
what I'm
digress.
telling you.
We're talking
That's why
about
I'm telling you that
relegation.
you cannot
Now,
use that same
the
yardstick
gulf
to
and the
measure these
pyramid
clubs.
between the big clubs and the smaller clubs keep getting wide because nobody's
That's not
investing.
true.
Now,
I will not
Southampton
agree with
have been
you.
relegated.
No.
They give you money, right, to invest. But truth is that how many
really?
players can they buy? It's not about quality now. It's about the money. For all the fact that City and Chelsea, Man United, all they've done is because they have the spending power.
How
If
many
you don't
players
have
did
it,
Brighton
you're not
buy?
able to bring in the right players to
spending
compete.
which
It is
spending
that
power
simple.
did they have?
Invest in, and that is why why did they rebuke the Super League? Because they know that the rich will keep getting richer and the poor will keep getting poorer.
No, the rich, sometimes the rich, they also come to penury.
Both of you will
don't tell me that.
both
If
of
you
will
don't
tell
manage
me
your
more.
resources.
You'll tell me more in the coming minutes, really, because I'm watching Leicester right now. They have conceded against Newcastle at home at the King Power Stadium. Murphy has scored for Newcastle, so Newcastle lead by 1-0, which just adds to what we're saying now. Leicester are going down the way they are going. Even at home, they're trailing by 1-0 after 8 minutes of football. I'm thinking to myself, again, it's going to be the pros and cons to this conversation. You guys will tell me more, but I wanted to add a bit of controversy to it, which is, but Leicester are supposed to have money too now. They won the FA Cup just a few years back. They were Premier League champions in 2016 and all that. They got relegated. They came back to the Premier League immediately.
Their owner
and now
died.
they're getting relegated
Their
again.
owner died.
Yeah,
so that also affected the pause.
Stay with me, guys. You tell me more. Let's say hi to the guests who we do have in the studio after I pick just about 2-3 calls from you, okay? So you can dial 0201-277-0993. That's 0201-277-0993. And for the ladies, you can dial 0201-465-7190. That's 0201-465-7190. Asking you, looking at the fact that the three teams that gained promotion to the Premier League from the Championship at the end of last season are looking like the same three teams that will get relegated again at the end of this term. Is it a one-off, or is it just a yardstick to show that the quality in the Premier League is becoming much higher than what you have in the lower ranks? If Ado says it's a one-off, Adeze says no, there's a pattern and a trend that's building. We'll do just about 2-3 calls now. We'll come back to this topic after speaking to our guests. For now, though, you can have your say. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Don Duque from Savoyava.
Okay, Don.
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys and the heated argument, and I'm very, very interested in this very subject matter.
Okay.
All right.
You see, Premier League is a money-making. They are money-making clubs. You understand? They depend on money in anything they do. So don't tell me because they are coming from the lower Premiership. A club is coming from Premiership.
Championship,
Championship to the Premiership.
And the other big clubs will swallow them and they make them to go back to where they are coming from. Let me tell you, Leicester City came from nowhere and won league, and they have good players because they spend money. If a club come from in the Premiership, if a club come from Premiership and they're able to spend a lot of money, I know they don't have that kind of money, but if they can squeeze on that money and spend and buy players, buy good players, I mean popular players, they will win the league. In fact, they will never go back to Premiership immediately, even in 2 or 3 years. They will never go back to Premiership.
Championship,
that is my take. That is angle. That is the angle I am going.
Thank you.
Premiership is not an advantage for you to go back immediately. You come back because you don't have money.
All right. Thank you so much for your call. Nice to hear from you. Newcastle have scored a second goal against Leicester. It's Murphy
First
again.
audacious effort would have really been the contender for goal of the season, because Fabian Shah from downtown, I mean, just in his own half, the center circle, just saw the keeper off his line. But then the woodwork came, and then Murphy, second time of asking. Wonderful.
All right, so we do have our eyes on that game for you. Could just be the game that also confirms Leicester's desire to go down to the Championship at the end of the season. Time to say welcome to this lovely lady who we had the pleasure of hosting on our Game On show on Friday, and we had to bring her back because this is too good. Some news for you to miss out on it. So we think it's important to have an idea of how to connect with it and potentially get your children to jump on it as well. Delighted to welcome to the studio Mrs. Bankole Oluranti. Good to see you. Good evening. I need to turn on that very microphone of yours. How are you doing? Diesel Abeg, just help me do the swap now, please. Yeah,
she should come.
Yeah, she can come to where you are.
Okay.
Sorry, just so that we get that that voice that got me thinking about my broadcasting career. I was saying this lady could just be the host of Game On in the weeks to come. Really courtesy of how cool she sounds on the microphone.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, Mrs. Oluronti, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Beautiful stuff. And if you're wondering what, of course, she is doing in the studio right now, well, I do have great news for you. And that's because of the fact that she has played a part in the success story all this while of a particular idea. Diesel, I know you have your idea. You get it? Yeah, but I and you need to start having kids first before we think about it, because it's our children that will be part of that thing. You and I overdose, we're together.
Sow a seed. And all
okay, we should sow a seed.
That's it.
Okay, you can help us intercede, I beg. So before we proceed on that one. Okay, so yeah, she's the head of school, Green Springs School, Ikoyi campus. We went to Bagada yesterday, and while going past, coming back to the island, we passed, and I showed my colleague. I was like, Tony, see Green Spring, it's a different Green Springs with the S, sorry, a different campus. So apparently, the impact of the school felt around different parts of Lagos. Good to see you again. Hope traffic did not mess you up as you were coming to the office.
No, they were good to me today. So cleared the road.
How was your day? Because again, I know that you were in school earlier.
Yeah, so it was a good day, and I know it's going to end well. It's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
We're honored to have you here with us, and she's here because of the Green Springs football camp.
Yes.
So children between the ages of 5 and 17 have a chance to accentuate their footballing brilliance and get rewarded for it too. So this is the 11th season of the Green Springs football camp, and this year has 1997 African Footballer of the Year Victor Ikpeba as the face. Now, coaches coming from the Netherlands, coaches coming from the championship where Leicester may be going to in England. That's the English Football Championship. And also coaches coming from the Lagos State Football Association.
As well as Green Springs School, amazing coaching staff.
Someone say, Shay, don't talk your mind. You don't do. I'm just joking, by the way. But yeah, that was from an actor who used to say that in Calabar years back. But now you're back here because we know that it's open for those who are in Lagos, outside Nigeria, who are coming back, of course, because we're heading to the holiday season, the Easter season, holiday season. So if you're coming back to the country, those who are outside Lagos and you're traveling maybe to come to Lagos on holidays, it's a chance for you to have that child of yours between 5 and 17 to tap into this. Tell us a bit more.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So we have been running the Green Springs football camp for 11 years. This is the 11th edition. And we're super proud of the support of the community and all the children who have come through the camp to get trained by world-class professional trainers and coaches, and get inspired to pursue their football career. Because we've had some people do great things with their skills, but more than that, an opportunity to learn leadership skills, teamwork, and just be better in a game that they enjoy. So yes, we're super proud, and you've actually shared a lot of the information about the camp.
Yeah, I was giving people expo in advance,
but it's okay. But it's from the 13th to the 17th of April, which is next week Sunday. So we have just a few more days. We're pretty excited. We have Victor Ikpeba, who's going to be the star trainer at the camp. We have coaches coming in from the Championship League and Netherlands to come train the kids. Lagos State coaches, as well as our amazing Green Springs School staff coaches on board to do an intense 5-day training session with the children, and it's going to be great. We can't wait.
So on Thursday, while I was running commentary for Chelsea's match on Nigeria, and we spoke about it, there was several messages on WhatsApp asking questions, but the one that really caught my attention was a man, and he sent a message and said, please, can you repeat the details again? I'm considering having to register my children for this. So how can people who are listening to this show right now tap into this for their children who are aged between 5 and 17? How can they connect, knowing that you've already mentioned April 13 is here, or it's just about 6 days away from now, something like that?
So they can get more information on the school's website and our Facebook page as Green Springs School, as well as our Instagram page, which is GSL underscore NG to get more information. And I have a WhatsApp number they can call.
Please.
Okay. So it's 08175401 Did I say that right? I think so.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
It seems incomplete.
Overdose is smiling because he was trying to impute the number himself.
Right?
He was like,
All right,
that my nephew and niece. I need to send these to
No,
their
see,
parents.
look, I think equal opportunity camp, right? Let the girls come as well.
Yeah.
So it's 08175401 Yeah. I got it right now.
Yeah.
And then, they can go on our Instagram page, GSL_NG, and register.
I know you've had a long day, but we'll keep you here a bit longer just to satisfy the listeners' hunger because they want to get more information so they can stand stronger, really. Yeah, I just had to play around with words on that.
That's fine.
But the point is, I would love to open the phone lines and have the listener also ask you one or two questions.
I'm excited about that.
So please stay with us. All right.
No worries.
I'm going to be back to you, Ha, to tell us more because I know there's a scholarship as well. She will explain what that is. And then Femi and the gang, we do have some free slots for you. We'll tell you in a bit how you can tap into those free slots and take your children, your nephews, or your nieces to be part of this. We're talking about quality of football. 5 players from this Green Springs football camp in the last set of years have moved from the camp to become star players to feature for Nigeria at the under-17 level for our national team. That's how good this camp has been over the years. And several of the players too in Europe, right? Right. Great. So you tell us more in the coming minutes. For now, though, Daisy and Overdose. Newcastle leading Leicester City by 2-0. 18 minutes played. And I want to share this with you guys so we can pick more calls and hear from the listener. So it's not just an England thing now. In the Spanish La Liga, right? This is what it looks like as to the teams that gained promotion from the Spanish La Liga at the end of last season. To the Spanish La Liga, at the end of last season from the lower divisions. Okay? Legones, Real Valladolid, and RCD Espanyol, the 3 teams promoted to the La Liga at the end of last season. Look at the bottom 3 teams in the La Liga right now. Real Valladolid are 1. Legones are 18th. Valladolid are 20th. So the only ones who look a bit safe now is Espanyol. Even the Espanyol are 16th. They are not too far away from the relegation zone. So this could be a trend that is worrisome for European football, where what's the need of promotion if the guys that gain promotion to the top division are sent back to where they came from immediately? Should we get to a level in football where we say, hey, whatever is happening in the NBA or in the USA where there's no relegation, let's bring that to European football too. Don't relegate anybody. Let's have a closed shop kind of feeling. That's where my concern is, because this is an all-encompassing discussion. It's beyond just Premier League. Now, I'll read a few comments on WhatsApp. This says, good evening, Femi and the gang. From my own POV, I think the 3 teams going back to relegation haven't really spent much to keep them alive in the Premier League. The likes of Nottingham Forest, who are flying high today on the top 4 table at 1 point, bought almost a team after gaining promotion from the Championship. Premier League is becoming tougher, and every team must be well prepared to survive the league. This is from Agba Nelson from Lekki Jakonde. Nelson, thanks for that. Okay, this one says, good evening. Chinasa, you should have listened right, man. Monday is not over, so I don't think your message is needed until the end of Monday, okay? We told you that for all of our winners over the weekend, you will get your reward before the end of Monday. So Monday is not over yet, all right? Thank you for your thoughts, man. I'm going to read more of those comments on WhatsApp in a bit. But I'm coming back to this lovely lady in the studio and wanting to find out from her where this camp is taking place.
Oh, great. Yeah. So it's at the Green Springs School campus in Awayaya, also known as Greater Lekki. It's our campus there, our flagship purpose-built school over there, and state-of-the-art facility, amazing ambiance, and security as well.
Yeah, I just try to secure the remote for Overdose.
Yeah, and just before I forget, just to talk about some of our great sponsors, we've had Union Bank is the sponsor of the camp, as well as Fiber One. And we're very excited to have them support us in this journey, as well as Lagos State. They've been with us from the beginning as well, and it's been a great partnership. So we're also very excited and appreciative of their support through the years.
Lovely stuff. How about the scholarship? How does that one work?
Yeah, so that's it, right? The cherry on the top. One of the things that in the school that we're very mindful of is how to harness the skills
Yeah,
of children,
yeah,
especially those in football in this case, and support them with a great education so that at the end of the line, whatever that journey is,
yeah.
as they're developing those skills, they also have a great education
So
through
there's where
Green
to
Spring
fall
School.
back to. Football doesn't
Exactly.
work.
I mean,
Academics takes you high. Either
I
way.
understand that there's like a time limit with football.
Yes,
right?
yes. And
So-
you know, we love to use this line. There's no pension after football.
I
So
see.
whatever money you've made while playing for those 20 years max,
You have to keep
Yeah, you
it.
have to be intelligent enough to know how to
yes,
invest.
right? And you know, you need that education to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
So in the camp, the best athlete, right? The best athlete is gifted and with an investment of a full ride scholarship at Green Spring School. We're very, very excited about this, that we're able to do it and do it continuously. So since inception, we've given out 13 scholarships.
Wow.
So 13 children have benefited from this program and they're doing really well. And we're very proud of them. Last year was our 10th anniversary. And for the first time, we had a girl. We're very excited. We had to make sure that the ladies were represented. So we have a female scholar and she's doing very well as well. We're very proud of her. So yeah, you know, that's it. So the best scholar, I mean, they're all different prizes as well available, but then that's the cherry on the top, right? Where the coaches over the 5 days, you know, watch the kids and look at the different things that make a successful athlete. Definitely skills being a major part of that. And then so there's a ceremony on Thursday where we're live, well, not live on TV, but we stream and offer that to
So I saw this
student.
video on my social media feed when Ikpeba, Moses Praise and Co visited the school. I think
Yes,
there
was a campus storm the other day.
Yeah, I know that there's so much around this one. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we return from the commercial break, we'll pick more of your calls on whether you want to speak about this thing of relegation and challenge of quality in the league, or ask questions from our guest, Mrs. Bankole Oluronti, as to how that nephew, niece, or son or daughter of yours can tap into this experience courtesy of the Green Springs football camp. We'll also tell you how you can get the free slots courtesy of Femi and the Gang. All right, so stick around till you find out what that is. At the moment, it's Leicester 0, Newcastle United 2. There's one play money also waiting for you. *347, *880, *3#. The code you can use to play, or the website oneplay.ng. We'll be back after now.
A young athlete, do you have dreams of competing on the world stage? Parents, do your children have what it takes to be champions? MTN Champs is back for season 3, and we're calling on young talents to start their journey to greatness with an opportunity to earn international scholarships at the MTN Schools Athletics Championship. Come and make a difference for you and your family at the regionals in Benin, Lagos, and Uyo from March 13th to May 3rd, 2025. Register now at mtnchamps.com.
That's the sound of a stout that's reserved for legends. It's got that bold taste that matches your cool swag, sharp vibes, and one-of-a-kind style. Feel the full brewed Legend Extra Stout go down easy from the first sip to the very last drop. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly. Legend Extra Stout. Available in draft.
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Suffery, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Suffery app on your Play Store. Visit suffery.com for more information. Suffery, borderless banking.
Anything I want. Mama, they don't dash me 20,000 naira wolf.
My pikin, who dey dash 20,000 naira for this kind time?
That they dash everybody will get smart cash account 20,000 naira.
You mean them go dash me 20,000 naira a wolf too?
Yes, so mama. They
I dey dash all old and new smart cash users 20,000 naira woof.
Oh, yeah, tell your yard people make them dial *939# or download Smart Cash app to open their own account. Make them self-enjoy 20k a woof. Every time when you buy airtime or pay bills with Smart Cash, you go chop inside your 20k. Terms and conditions dey sha.
I don't see my own woof. Oh.
Smart Cash, powered by Airtel.
You can't choose when you get sick, but you could choose an HMO that helps you live more life. Now, you could choose an HMO with generic plans or Hygieia HMO's customized plans for every stage of your life.
Now that's more like it.
You could choose an HMO with a handful of hospitals or Hygieia HMO, which has a hospital network of over 2,000 providers within Nigeria with roaming options and no waiting time.
Yeah, that's more convenient.
You could also choose a cheaper HMO that doesn't quite meet your needs. Or you could have Hygieia HMO's comprehensive yet affordable healthcare plans.
That's so amazing!
Life can be more with Hygieia HMO. Live more life with Hygieia HMO. Explore our comprehensive healthcare plans designed to meet your needs. Whether you're an individual, a family, elderly, an SME, or a corporate organization, we have affordable options for everyone. Visit our website at www.hygiehmo.com for more details. Hygieia HMO. Live more life.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Attention, travelers. Pack your bags. ValueJet now flies from Lagos to Owerri and Owerri to Lagos twice a week. Enjoy a great mix of modern convenience, affordable fares, and hassle-free travel on every flight. Whatever your reason for travel, ValueJet gets you there in style and comfort. To book your flights, visit our website at www.flyvaluejet.com or download our mobile app on Google Play Store or App Store.
ValueJet. Wings for everyone.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
If person ask you say, wetin be the game where they totori you pass, you go tell them say na better know all the time. No go dull yourself, make you follow join for the ogbonge betting options, fast cash out, missions wey dey engaging, and get welcome bonus wey fit reach 200,000 naira. Better know, the game don't start. Make you dey bet responsibly. Now only for people wey don pass 18 years. Better know na proud partner of Aston Villa.
Life can be anything, but make yours a party that never stops. With Desperados, the beer with a Latin vibe. Vibe out, let loose, and turn the heat all the way up. Because with Desperados, the party is wherever you want it to be.
Grab a Desperados and ignite your party spirit. Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. It go really hydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easy we observe. Pocari Sweat, give me some more.
I did on my own. Now a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click Fiam. Now so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say you they use Airtel spam alert service, then for first alert you before you click Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you know for mugu for wuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
We are inspired by our roots, boundless. We create our own rhythm, the rhythm of the new Goldberg Black. A symphony of ingredients to savor, dark malt for that rich, dark quality, and aroma that captivates. 6% alcohol to turn up the enjoyment. Refreshing lager with a kick of black. Feel the groove with Goldberg Black. Same rules, new rhythm. Not suitable for persons under 18 years. Drink responsibly.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's game on.
Feel the magic in the air.
It is. The game is on in the studio. The game is over, I dare say, in Leicester's territory because they have gone 3-0 down now. It's crazy, really, for Leicester City. Newcastle are riding on the crest of a wave. That third goal coming in the 34th minute of the fixture. We are Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info. Chuma Badoza Daisy in the studio. We are delighted to have a lovely guest who's been with us for the last few minutes or so. Mrs. Oluronti Bankole, who's the head of school for Ikoyi campus. Yeah, Green Springs. Green Springs School. Green Springs.
In our 40th year. This is actually our 40th year.
Oh, more, that's 4 decades, man.
Yeah, we celebrated 40 years earlier this year. So we're grateful.
The consistency has been incredible over the years.
That is the word, consistency, yeah.
Nice. We know that she's had a long day, so we'll let her go in a bit. But before that happens, though, we have even more good news for you from Femi and the Gang's perspective. First off, one play money still wait for you guys, okay? 40k each for several winners, *347 *880 *3#. The code you can use to play one play, or the website www.oneplay.ng. That's oneplay.ng. It's going to cost you only 500 naira for each entry of yours for one play. And we'll be calling the winners in the coming minutes. So please, when you play, be close to your phone and get ready for that side of things. But yeah, while Leicester are battling and look like they want to join Southampton and Ipswich to get relegated from the Premier League, and the challenge we have in the Spanish La Liga too. Still to come on the show tonight, we'll speak about the Nigeria Premier Football League. Results from the high-profile leagues in Europe. Real Madrid dropped points. Could Barca capitalize, or did they capitulate? So we'll find out. And how about Formula One fans? Okay, we saw something in Japan, the Japanese Grand Prix, with updates from the Africa and the 17 Cup of Nations also to come on the show. This is a comment from WhatsApp that's responding to our earlier discussion. Says, okay, guys, good evening. In respect to the topic, I feel it's now becoming a trend because if you look at the 2023-24 season, all the guys that came went back for relegation, the likes of Burnley, Sheffield United, and Luton Town. And it's now happening this same season again, where you have the 3 guys coming up, going down again. So in respect to your question, I feel, it's now becoming a trend. And the competition now is getting higher. Even these 2 seasons before now, the only person that survives are the likes of, as you put it, Nottingham Forest and Brentford. This is from Isaac from, Isaac, thank you. It's based in Lagos. Thank you for your thoughts, Isaac. So, Mrs. Oluronti,
Yes.
from Femi and the Gang's perspective,
Yes.
we have the pleasure, you guys have done that, kudos to you, of giving out 2 free slots to Lagos. Yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, stay with me. I'll let you know how you can tap into that. So you're going to have to send videos, but I'll share with you the number you send your videos to that 5-year-old child of yours between 5 and 17 years. I want to open the phone lines. And guys, you can also ask questions now if you have any questions for Mr. Oluronti as to how to jump on this.
Can I add that last year, someone who got a free ticket from Femi and the Gang actually won the full ride.
Stunning
So
stuff,
don't despise the days of
So
dialing
we may just be
and sending something
the
on
magic
WhatsApp.
route for you. Femi and the Gang may just be the magic route.
It might just be. I feel it in my bones.
All right.
I feel it in my bones.
All right.
Let's see. Let's get it on.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Bones, by the way. That movie.
Mr. Bones, yeah.
That movie. So you can dial 0201 277 0993. That's 0201 277 0993 and 0201 465 7190. And throw your question at Mrs. Oluronti as to this Green Springs football camp. Just before we let her go, we want to give you a chance now to ask that question that may have been on your mind, just for clarity's sake. Again, the camp kicks off on the 13th of April.
Yes.
It's for children between 5 and 17 years.
Yes.
This is the 11th season.
Yes.
The best performing child
Yes.
will get a scholarship
Ding, 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 ding.
from primary to the end of secondary school level.
Well, it depends on when they come in. So
Yeah. So if they're that young, if they're like from
if
5
they
years
are
now,
if it's a 5-year-old that wins,
yeah,
definitely. We will honor our commitment.
I can't feel Sabi Pekin. I wish Sabi Pekin because I know.
What if it's the 17-year-old? So just
Well, then we have our 6th form program, so we do have a program for the older kids. So,
okay.
So they'll have 1 or 2 years with us.
So there'll always be that
nice.
reward, right?
Hello?
Hello, yeah, good evening.
Yeah, this is Don Dikwe from Sabayaba.
Okay, Don.
Yeah, my boy is in academy already.
Okay.
The National Stadium, and he's 11 years and he's doing very well when it comes to football.
Nice.
Because he said he want to play football. I asked him 3 times last year. What do you want to do in life? He said he want to play football. Well, I took him to National Stadium and introduced him to the academy and paid the fee. Then he started football. And he has been scoring goals. He's in position where he scores goals, like scoring goals. You understand? Both in competition, both in training and all that. So we want to play. He said he want to play football. So and I can do anything for him to play football.
Amazing.
So I want to take him further.
Amazing.
Introduce him to people like you know. You see me. I came with him yesterday at
Yeah. Okay.
where we were.
Bagara.
Yeah, you saw him. That boy wants to play football, so I don't know. People should direct me on what to do for the boy. You understand?
Okay.
So can I bring him to Springfield and all that? Please, people should help.
No, I'll respond to your question. Just keep listening, okay? There has to be a process actually for Green Springs camp. There has to be a process, but maybe you can use the Femi and the Gang route too through your son's video.
So I'll also like to add, one of the coaches come in is actually an agent as well. And so if parents have questions about next steps, like the last caller, what to do, how to position the children, come to the camp and then you have the opportunity to ask questions as well.
Stunning stuff. And that number that you mentioned, if they want to reach out to Green Springs to know how to register in the first place for this camp, please share.
Okay, so the number again is 0817 540 1881.
Okay, one more time, please.
0817 540 1881.
Fantastic. So if you have a child who's between 5 and 17 years, and this dream of football has been on your mind, this could just be the opportunity for something to have happened 11 seasons in succession with no issues. Then it's serious business. I know that there's always a football game too on the side where parents play against Femi and the Gang, and I know that Femi Bong Daniels has played there in the past.
I think last year Femi and the Gang won their first match. Won their first match. They've been trounced
this year
for 10 years.
Oh, but those has been keeping fit.
For 10 years.
Those has been keeping
We're
fit.
coming.
So first of all, I also want to thank Femi and the Gang because you guys have been with us on this journey.
Thank you.
And it's been really lovely working with you guys as well. So thank you for the
you.
support over the years.
Making me emotional.
Oh dear. Try your eyes.
I like what this brings all the way from Green Springs. Hello, welcome. Hello? Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Divine.
Welcome, Divine.
Yes. I wanted to ask something about the green thing that's going on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. We're listening.
Hello.
What if you're interested, but you're not actually in Lagos, you're outside Lagos? Is there anything you can do?
If you're outside Lagos?
Yeah.
So we do have a residential component to the camp. So if you're outside Lagos, you can stay on campus for the 5 days and get all the benefits. So yeah, you could tell your parents that you want to stay on camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
you can come in on Sunday. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much for your call. That's a young person's
Oh,
voice.
that's-
Yeah, I could also hear. I think she's streaming the show. Yeah, online. I can hear your voice in the background.
Hello? Are you there?
So I think there's a
Okay,
good
that's
time to just
yeah.
say that there is a residential component, or you can come in as a day camper. And we are also offering bus services from our campuses there. So we're trying to make it easy.
For everybody.
Easy.
And it just falls on that holiday period. So one more call, and then we can give Mrs. Olura a break.
Good evening, Uncle Truman.
Good
from
morning.
Kowaila and
Hi, good evening to you.
Oh, Nigerian values.
Fine.
Welcome.
Abdul Malik.
Welcome,
Oh,
Abdul Malik.
Dominique, welcome.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to ask that where I'm staying is on the mainland and is on the island. So can I be able to get a bus that will be taking me from home to that place?
From home. So I'm not quite sure where home is. However,
yeah.
we will be running a bus service from our schools, our the Anthony campus. So if you are interested and you fill the form, you can select that and you'll get more information on what that looks like. Okay, Abdul Malik?
Okay.
So Abdul, just tell your parents, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Yes, sir.
All right, then.
Thank you so much,
Aw.
Abdul. Yeah, so we know that this one has had a long day. We need to give her a break already at this stage. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
Mrs.
so
Olura
much,
Bankole.
everybody. I really appreciate the time and looking forward to getting those winners.
Yeah. So we'll send our Femi and the Gang entries. The two lucky persons who come through Femi and the Gang,
Yes.
you'll get their details
Yeah.
in the coming days.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we've had the head of school for the Ikoyi school. I want to say Ikoyi campus. That's right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So the Ikoyi campus of
Right.
Green Springs School, one of the high-profile schools in this part of the world. She's been here with us. Okay, the very one, right? Like not one of like
From Greater Lake. All right, then.
All right, thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Have a blessed night rest. Okay. Yeah, still the game on show with Femi and the Gang. Got Nigeria info. We thought it was important we shared this good news with you. Stay with us. Before 10 p.m., I'll tell you how you can send those videos to have a chance for you, your son, your daughter, your nephew, or your niece to be one of the two persons who will get Femi and the Gang's free slots to be part of this Green Springs football camp. Leicester City nil, Newcastle United 3. 45 minutes of action so far. We're just a few minutes away from the end of the first half. A Daisy Overdose and Chuma in the studio. And guys, let's just have a wrap on that conversation before we move on to the NPFL and other things on the show. So your argument remains, Daisy, that this is not a one-off. This seems to be a pattern. How about
threatening.
How about my addition of the Spanish La Liga too? It may not be the same sequence, right? However, 2 out of the 3 teams that gained promotion to the La Liga at the end of last season are now in the relegation zone this season.
Money. The same problem with Premier League clubs and the same thing in Spain. If you look at these newly promoted teams, they bring in energy. If you watch their games, they lack quality in the final third because they don't have money to actually buy a striker. If you're lucky, maybe your academy can give you, and even to even invest in the academy, you also need money. So that is why, in fact, like I said, the owners of the Premier League, half of them Americans, are there for the business. And the people that really love the EFL, they keep on shouting about the EFL, the EFL.
Yeah.
The real English people, the original English people, they love the EFL so much. That is why you see some of the legends go down to watch games. It gives them, they know that if there was anything like Super League, it would have been the death of all of these clubs, trying to come up. If, yes, Premier League have tried to invest money, giving them, like Southampton now, as they're going to get, they'll get money, but That money is a parachute. Like just one of bam, you take it, you go down. They probably would have accrued debts for not even being in the top flight again. It's already a minus. So that is why they want the Premier League to almost have, and remember the PSR. The PSR, the financial spending cap, to also try to maintain that balance, is becoming a 17-team model, right? So that is the reason basically why they are fighting so hard. They're bringing the PSR. Newcastle United, shout out to my boss of life. Newcastle United, and Newcastle have a lot of fact. Newcastle ideally are the richest club in England, but they cannot even buy whatever because there's PSR. The PSR is there. They can't spend, because if you spend, you're going to be in trouble. Chelsea now are in problem. They thought they are smart. They want to sell their women's club to another Chelsea's conglomerates, right? Hoping that now UEFA, it's not even Premier League matter. UEFA now are saying you are wrong. You have breached a rule. You don't sell your female team, whatever, to another. Is wrong. So if you allow these teams, that's why they want the money to spread. Why these teams are struggling is they don't have the right players. They don't have the right recruitment to compete at the highest level. But the few ones that have cracked the code, the 3 Bs and Nottingham Forest, have something working for them. Remember, at some point, Forest brought about over 15 players. We started laughing at them. We started laughing at them. That is like MPFL and all that. Now it has started to yield fruit. Those players now have started to show quality. They have been given 1 or 2 years to gel, and then they brought in a manager who understands the deal to blend them, bring out the best from them. So Brighton have their model. Their scouting network is absolutely brilliant, unmatched. Brentford just have the magic of Thomas Frank. So you just have to crack it, and it's few of them. So why are Leicester City, Ipswich Town, Sheffield United, they have been so disastrous that you could see the gulf. The pyramid is just so wild. It's money. It's
scary, guys, because again, like I said, this is something that could have ripple effects in the years to come. It feels funny now just talking about it, but imagine if every other season the teams that gain promotion go back to where they came from. Then it means that the league should just be 17 teams instead of 20 now. There's no need. You get it? Okay, but I'll share more of your thoughts via the WhatsApp portal, also through X at Nigeria Info FM, Facebook, buzzing with your comments there. Halftime scores in Italy. Bologna are trailing at home 0-1 against Napoli. Napoli leading by a goal to nothing in that, as they want to keep putting pressure on Inter in the race for the Scudetto this season. In the Spanish La Liga, Leganes nil, Osasuna nil, 45 minutes having played there too. And Newcastle going to the break leading by 3 goals to nothing against Leicester City. This is Game On, brought to you by Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info. Still to come on the show, we'll run over to the NPFL shortly and speak about the race for the La Liga title between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and ask ourselves this question, guys: which deserves more respect, a team winning a treble or a team winning the Champions League title back to back? Which one deserves more respect? Someone will say accolade. Which one deserves more accolades? A team that wins a treble from the top 3 leagues in Europe, or a team that wins back to back Champions League titles? I'm sure you're wondering where I'm going to. I'll let you know where I'm going to in the coming minutes. One play money still waiting for you. *347 *880 *3 hash. The code you can use to play. That's *347 *880 *3 hash. Or you can use the website www.oneplay.ng. Over now to the other leagues in Europe. What happened there? Real Madrid were in action against Valencia, and they knew that they could get level on points. What is overdose? I thought he was coming back here. Where did he disappear to? Okay, so we're gonna just have this right now, which is certainly the fact that in the Spanish La Liga, guys, don't mind me, I'm just teasing. I'm joking with some colleagues here in the office. So Real Madrid had a chance to go level on points with Barcelona, on top of the table, at least on points, when they played Valencia. All they needed to do was win their match. But we saw Valencia go on to win by 2-1 against Real. But the Akabi and also the brilliance of Duro were the goal scorers for the away side. That now gave Barca a chance to go as many as 6 points clear on top of the table. They played on Saturday night, Barca, and we saw a goal from Gavi giving Barca the lead, but Nathan ensured there was a leveler from Real Betis, and Barca were not at ease. So Barca top the table right now. 63 points. And the reason I brought up that topic is because I joked about this on social media over the weekend that I think life keeps giving us reasons why we understand one person cannot have it all in this life. And even football has shown that one person cannot have it all. So look at it in the Premier League, for example. Manchester United have won the treble. They have won the highest number of Premier League titles or English League titles. But guess what? It's only Arsenal who have gone unbeaten. No other team has gone unbeaten. So Arsenal have their own unbeaten record. Now we get them. FA Cup, now we get them. Man, you get their own. Premier League, now we get them. Pass. Winning treble, now we do them before Man City can't do them. Right? Pep Guardiola has come. He's won 4 consecutive Premier League titles. Nobody has done it before. So he has his own record. So no one team, there's no one team in football that has all the records. Real Madrid are the most successful team in the history of club football. 15 Champions League titles. Now we be Real Madrid. But even the great Real Madrid have never won a treble in this life. And this season, that looks like they're still on course for a treble. See where they are now. They are 4 points behind Barca. So it looks like we're going to have another season come and go without Real Madrid winning a treble. That's why I'm asking you, which is easier to achieve? Real Madrid will say, we won the Champions League title 3 times in a row. No be beans to do one for this life.
Yeah.
We're the most successful team in the history of that competition. But they've never won a treble. This is a treble that Barca have won 2 times. Bayern have won 2 times. Even small Man City, with all due respect to them, that just came in now, have won a treble. Man U have done it. Inter have done it. Real Madrid have never done it. Which is easier to achieve? To win a treble or to win back-to-back Champions League titles? Which one also deserves more respect? The team that wins a treble or the team that wins back-to-back Champions League titles? We'll find out from you after this commercial break. This is Game On with Femi and the Gang. There's so much more to you come.
Feel 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.